I'm like Tyler Perry, Lucas Live Media, Lucas Live, Lucas Tyndale, Lucas, Tyler. I don't know. But I'm glad to have you guys with us today. If you're watching this live or you're coming in live, yes, we had a few technical difficulties and we started a little late. If you're watching this by replay, you don't know what I'm talking about, so disregard the fact that I ever said that and just forget that I said that, and let's enjoy the show. We have a wonderful guest on today. She's going to be sharing her story. She grew up in foster care. She went from home to home. She went through some great times and some difficult times. She's going to share her story today. And she's going to talk to us about her new foundation where she's now giving back and helping those who are in the shoes that she once wore. She was once a foster child. Now she's reaching back to foster children and helping them with things that she wishes she had while she went through this experience. So it's going to be a great time. Glad to have you guys, wherever you're coming from, Facebook, Lucas Tyndale, Lucas Live Media. Make sure you go follow me at Lucas Live Media. Like and follow that on Facebook. You may be coming from YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? You don't have a Gmail account or something? Come on, those are free. All right, so subscribe to my YouTube channel today. All right. And if you're on LinkedIn, hello, my LinkedIn business comrades. Hello. Maybe you know me from corporate training and I didn't have a hat and a hoodie, but I'm the same guy, same dude, same guy. It's me. Hi, good to see you. If you're here on Twitter or Periscope, as it's called in the live world over there, but it's Twitter. Hi, hello. I'm Lucas Tyndale. Glad to have you. Glad you joined the show. You are watching a live video podcast. And whenever anything is live, things can go right and things can go wrong. But things go righter than wronger on Lucas Live. We are starting a few minutes late. But again, if you're watching my replay, you have no idea. If you just tuned in, you may have no idea. It's all good. We're going to have a great show. I have a wonderful guest. I'm excited about it. And I hope you are too. Hello, Tyler, Tamika, Sarah, Jasha, Isha. I like how the names rhyme. Tamika, Shamika, Pam. Was that DMX? I never listened to him. I don't know what that's about. Nope. Don't know what I'm talking about. Tyler, Tamika, Sarah, Jasha, Isha. How are you guys? So glad to have you. If you guys could share this broadcast, because somebody's out there like, they went off and started doing something else. They were like, Lucas isn't coming on tonight. He lied to us. He makes flyers to get us excited, and he doesn't care. But I do, and I'm here. Sarah Ray, so glad to have you. A foster parent, someone who I've talked to many times about foster care and asked, like, why? Why would you do it? You have raised your children and helped raise others' children, and you're still raising a child, and it's a lot. And you're a single mom. Why? And it's like, it's just my heart. It's who I am. It's what I'm supposed to do. And I love that. I love that, love that, love that. That is so awesome. Corinne Marie Tyndale, my beautiful wife, welcome to the show. Glad to have you. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Vivian King, glad to have you. Long time no see, right? You've been super tied up the past couple of weeks. It's been months. Where have you been, Vivian? No, so glad to have you. You're a wonderful guest here on the show. Glad you have joined us. Hello, hello, here on Facebook. I think we connected on LinkedIn, but glad you're here. Everybody who's joined, thank you guys for your comments. I love the comments. Facebook and all the social media platforms like when people comment. It lets them know. I almost said makes them think it's important. No, it lets them know how important this show is. They see people commenting and interacting and engaging. So it lets them know, hey, we need to show this to more people. Okay, so glad that's working. Jasha's adopted. I think you've shared that, Jasha. That's right. So glad you're here. So glad you support. I saw you supporting somebody else's thing, and I was like, Jasha just is a supporter. I'm like, man, what would we all be without Jasha? She got everybody's back. She everybody's number one fan. Where would we be without you? We are so glad that you are here today. Corinne, thank you so much for sharing this broadcast. I know there's more out there who are going to share. All right, I see. Okay, Vivian King said we did connect on LinkedIn, but I happened to get your notification on LinkedIn and Facebook. That is wonderful. I'm just glad you're here. Happy to have you. Excited to have others join. Today is a special episode in what we're going to talk about. My guest today, she and I talked. We were messaging, actually. I've known her for some years. I remember when her daughter, she was on my show this past Sunday on our virtual pop-up shop. First of all, that was super fun. It's, taking donations for a special project she's doing, which she will share with us again today. And her daughter, Sinai, was on with her. And I remember I worked at McKinley Early Childhood Center. Her daughter Sinai went there when she was super little. And the funny part is Sinai looks exactly like she looked, just a little bigger, just a little. I'm not even sure how tall she is. She don't look that tall. She's just a little bigger. But she is so beautiful and wonderful and smart. And the girl can sing. And we're going to be doing more with Sinai here on Lucas Live. So I'm super excited about it. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so here's something I want to do before we go on. One, I need to shout out Restream. See, I have TubeBuddy, Restream, two different companies. TubeBuddy's an awesome company that helps you get your YouTube channel together. If you want to get your YouTube channel together and you want to know how to make the best thumbnails, which are those little pictures that go up that catch people's attention, if you want to know what keywords to use so that people search and find you and you get a lot of subscribers, TubeBuddy is the company to go with. If you want to broadcast to multiple platforms at once, like I'm doing, maybe it's you, maybe it's your kid, maybe this Christmas or this holiday season, you're going to buy your kids a game and they want to be a gamer and try to make some money and broadcast their stream. Well, they need Restream. They need Restream to do that. It's the number one platform out there for broadcasting to multiple platforms at once. And if you're planning on gaming or doing a show or a podcast, or you just want to go live sometime at your kid's football game, basketball game, dodgeball game, and you want the family to see, and one family member says, I don't have Facebook, another says, I don't have Twitter, another says, I don't have something else, you can like, I can blast it everywhere. Where do you want me to show up? I'll be there. The video will be there live, and then it will be there after the fact for people to watch the replay. Restream is the way to go. Restream.io. I will put my link in the comments. 30 plus social media platforms at once. There is a free version that can go to certain platforms. $19.99, you can go to a custom destination. $49.99, you can go to multiple destinations. It's all good. It's all worth it. If you're a business owner and looking to build your brand, it is a small investment for a big return. I promise. It's wonderful. Restream at restream.io. Make sure you check them out. Shout out to them for sponsoring the show today. So we're excited about that. All right. Now, my guest is, she's a busy person. She's so busy that I can see her backstage moving around. I mean, I don't know if she's over there, the cooking, cleaning, taking more donations. I don't know. I don't know what all is going on. I just can see her cameras moving. All right. So buckle up, because I don't know what's going to happen here today. If she's going to be moving and grooving the whole time, we'll see what happens. But I want to welcome to the show my wonderful guest, back again for the second time in less than a week, Miss Tina Stevens. Welcome to the show.
Hi, hello. Hi, everybody out there. Hello. So
hello.
Sorry it's behind and late, but thank you for staying. Can everybody hear me okay?
We can hear you loud and clear. Your audio might sound better than mine. I don't know. I should check that, actually. I should really check that. Actually, that's a good point. Your audio is great, actually. You guys let us know how the audio is sounding. I don't know who's louder or how's it going. I hope it's great. So Tina, first of all, it's so good reconnecting with you. Thank you so much for coming on the pop-up shop. It was an honor having you and Sinai on to talk about what you're doing. So just in case somebody's on right now who clicks off at some point for some silly reason, can you just tell them real quick what you're raising money for and what you're doing first, and then we're going to get into your story, and then we're going to talk about the donations again. I just want it to be in the beginning, middle, and end. So if anybody catches at any point, they know how they can help. Tell us a little bit about what you're raising money for and how people can donate.
Okay. Again, my name is Tina Stevens, and I have a nonprofit called ENAS, all capital letters, IYNAS, Inspiring Youth Not Afraid of Success, as you can see my shirt.
Awesome.
It is mentorship, resource, and advocacy for foster care youth.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And right now, you are raising dollars. Tell us a little bit about that. What are we doing with that?
Yes, we are collecting hats, gloves, and socks for children in foster care throughout Stark County. The goal is to be able to bless 200 youth. And I'm going to go to 3 different agencies here in Stark County Children's Services off of Market, Staffy off of Frank Road, and Mentor off of Higbee. So when you take 200 gifts, you divide that between 3, We split it between girls and boys and then the different age groups. It's not much, but I'm great to be a blessing and touching many different people and making the connections with the different agencies. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to start off with a raffle. You are
Hey,
able to
let's
cash
go.
app Enoch $5 for our first raffle. I'm going to pick a number from 1 to 200. I will show you one of the baskets I have available. I'm not sure if you can see.
It's a little reindeer in
There
there.
we are.
Yeah.
It's the reindeer. There's an amazing wreath. So nice, shine some light on there. And then a little closer, there is a Christmas tree that you put candles on. Again, a wreath and a nice wicker picnic basket. This is actually a picnic basket. This basket is valued at $30. And all you would have to do is cash app Enos. And I'm picking number from 1 to 200. I will tell Sanai what that number is. She will put it in the jar. I will, in the comments, when you cash app, put your number there.
All right. So
Because
they're
I'm
supposed
going
to
to
guess the
reveal-
number now.
Yes, guess the number right now. 1 to 200, but cash app $5 to all caps Enos, IYNAS. 100% of the proceeds will go toward getting more hats, gloves, and socks. So it doesn't matter if you're here in Canton. It doesn't matter if you're out of town. I will ship you your basket for sure.
Love it. If you guys see
So in the
that,
next,
you guys, the Cash App is up. Cash App $IYNAS. Make sure you cash app $5. And right now in the comments, we need you to guess your number 1 to 200. That's how you're going to win.
1 to 200.
Oh, Sarah
And
Ray. Shout out to Sarah Ray. She just sent $20. She's a
thank you,
fundraising
Sarah Ray.
machine.
Please attach what your number is, Sarah Ray.
Sarah, we need a number.
Please
We need
attach.
this
That
might
just
be your
gave
basket.
you an opportunity for 4 guesses, Sarah Ray, because you cashed app $20. So that's 4 guesses you have. So whether you want to put it right here on live, I greatly appreciate you. And I will be revealing the lucky number. If you're the only one, then you'll get the basket. Simple as that. Thank you very much.
Easy. All right. She is throwing in a number. Sarah, you got 3 more numbers to throw in. We'd like to see some others throw.
Let me tell you the number. And let's write it down and put it in the jar so nobody thinks we're cheating. Over here, we have our jar that we're going to put it in.
Boom.
Put it in her ear.
Check that out.
She will put it in there. I won't be able to open it or anything, and I will be letting you know. Thank you, Corinne Tindall. $5. Please attach your number.
All right.
I will let you know the number, what it is. I will be picking the number within the next 10 minutes because I have 3 raffle baskets. We even have a movie night raffle basket with some hot cocoa, Swiss Miss, popcorn, little teddy, some candles in there.
Love it.
Then we have the interpersonal, inspirational basket. We have candles. We have a picture frame. We have an amazing vase, 2 big candles, some body oils for relaxation, and a planner, because this basket is our inspiration basket. I'm not sure if you guys can see. All basket cash apps will be at $5. So right now we're on the first basket. All proceeds will go to getting more hats, gloves, and socks for the youth in Stark County foster care.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're participating. I hope you're donating. You can donate $5 and you can Sarah said, I know my wife loves a competition. She sure does. I won't be surprised if I see we got $50 missing or something out of the account. Like, what were you doing? She was like, trying to win. What are you talking about?
Shout out the city of Canton. When I say 100% of proceeds go to the donations, we have hygiene products. We have toothpaste. We have sanitary napkins. I'm not for sure if I'm getting a good angle. Can you see, Lucas?
We see that zest. We see some deodorant.
Soap. Again, You're going to see plenty of hats and socks showcased. body wash. We have a bin of toys going. Shout out to Canton, Ohio. You guys have really made this possible. Enos Community Warm Up 2020, accepting hats, gloves, and socks. All proceeds will go to the Stark County Youth in Foster Care.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ladies and
Toothbrushes,
gentlemen.
toothpaste. This is what we did as a community. I've received cash apps from all over. Shout out Las Vegas, Atlanta, Columbus,
Wow.
Ohio, Louisville. Shout out. My
Awesome.
vision would not be possible if it wasn't for you guys helping.
This is incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you keep giving some money. If you're even watching this by replay and you want to make a donation, please donate. These things are going to people, to children in need. Oftentimes around the holidays, we want to help people in need. And sometimes we don't realize, and Tina, I'm excited to hear more from you. My wife also was in foster care for part of her life. You know my wife, and she was later adopted, but it's a lot of people don't know, and everybody's story is not bad. Some have great stories, some have some ups and some downs, but we want to hear a little bit about it because it may help people understand why you're so passionate about this and why you think this is such a cause that you want others to donate to it and make a difference in this way. So let's just jump into it if you don't mind. And we'll keep throwing that Cash App up there.
Okay, I'm gonna write the number down and put it in our bin.
All right, she's still taking numbers. Where's her assistant? I know she has an assistant over there. I saw her. China, how are you?
Here, she's right.
I see her.
Put our number in our jar. Put our number in our jar. You don't have to hit it right on nose as long as you're close to it. Okay. Well, about me, I grew up in foster care myself. I got placed in foster care at the age of 4 months until emancipating at the age of 18. By the age of 15, I was placed in 18 different homes. I experienced a lot of traumatic experiences, but I chose to use my past and my testimony to help other teens or other youth that was in the system. It's not easy. For example, Stark County, these are facts. 50% of the youth in Stark County are in foster care. Whether that's a foster parent, a grandparent, an aunt, 50% of the youth are in foster
50%?
care. Out of that 50%, 50%, out of that 50%, 17% of them will end up in the juvenile correction. 17%. Wow. If they stay anywhere from 2 to 5 years, 13% of those children will end up in the penitentiary. So some might ask why. Well, let's start here. Family's important, structure, stability. In prison, that's 3 square for sure, bed, and that's a family. At age about 16, when I started my transitional living, they pretty much try and get you prepared for the world. There is no, oh, my bill is late, let me call a mom. There is no mom. There is nobody. Wow. There is nothing. So you live in fear, you get scared, you just don't know what to do. It's almost like it's a forgotten population. And I want to bring awareness, I want to bring advocacy, and also resources. For example, when I was in elementary, I had honor roll, but my foster parent wasn't paying for the Cedar Point into the school year field trip. My foster parents didn't support my sports. And if I was able to play a sport, the coaches or the team moms went in together to get me my spikes.
Wow.
So the reason why I'm doing this is the average foster child won't have a present. So with this, they'll be able to have something as simple as a hat, glove, and socks. And some may be like, oh, what is it about a hat, glove, and socks? It's warm. Thank you, Tamika Jones. Thank you for your number. Thank you.
Awesome.
In these kits, there will be a hat, a glove, a sock, a candy cane, a card, and some type of activity, whether it's a 3 to 6-year-old little boy. I got little foam footballs, whether it's a 12-year-old that may like to color. I have coloring books. For our teens, we have fingernail polish. Also for our babies, there's a lot of infants in foster care. I have teething rings. I'm just trying to give back. So each
So,
kid will have a hat, glove, and sock,
uh-huh.
some type of
So
activity.
Tina, hold on just a second, Tina. Now listen.
Yes.
First of all, I just have to stop you because I think we all need to take a collective breath as we realize the numbers that you just threw out. First of all, so many children in Stark County in foster care or some type of care outside of the norm, outside of their home of origin, not with their mother and father or mother or father, is astounding. Like, I can't even imagine. I don't even think most people realize that. Some of the realities that you're speaking to about the fact that some kids are upset that they're not going to get their PlayStation 5, even though they got a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and
Right.
4. They're mad they're not going to get their $500 PlayStation 5, and some kid is out there not going to have anything to play with. And not that
Right.
not that toys are everything, but you're saying things even as simple as the basic necessities that we take for granted. You have deodorant, you have socks, you have gloves. You're talking about that is a gift to someone who doesn't have anything. They're not trying to have all the toys in the world. You're saying they don't even have the gift of the things that we take for granted every day. And that's what you're trying to meet the need of.
Correct. I don't know if this is too graphic. Every female has a visitor monthly. My foster parents never provided those. I would either use a T-shirt or just skip and not go.
Wow.
I'm not trying to.
You're saying you'd skip school, Tina? You're saying you said I'd skip and not go. Are you saying you'd skip school? So
yes,
you'd missed out on your education
because I did not have the proper protection. Yes.
That is a very, very sad reality. I want to just shout out a couple people. Shout out to Amanda Dukes who jumped into the comments. Shout out to Miss Chris Smith. Miss Chris Smith is always doing things in the community and always busy. She said that's what you're doing. She is awesome and always giving back to the community. When you hear something like that from somebody like Chris Smith, who herself is always giving back to the community, that's a huge compliment. It's showing that the city of Canton is really behind you.
Yes, thank you. And I want to let the city of Canton know I appreciate you. My main focus is to just let them know they're not alone. I used to be embarrassed about my story, whether I had to sleep in bus stops or our foster parents say, if you want to eat, you got to let, my brother have relations with you. It's a lot of things that are not okay, but it's a lot of simple things that can simply make it a little better. I never even had ice cream until I was 18. Christmas morning, let me tell you how it goes down Christmas morning in a foster home. Christmas morning, you wake up and you listen to the family open their presents. You're in your room. You don't get to participate with that part. You're able to come out once the celebrating is over just to clean up, and you might get whatever leftover food scraps there is. This is not a lie. This is factual. This is my life. I know you guys are used to me being strong and who is this Tina? Why is she so personal? Because everybody cannot have those pieces of me because I've bottled them up and I've tried to heal. And I have a lot of more healing to go, but now is the time. When I realized the numbers were so high, I realized if I wasn't the solution, then I'm the problem.
Wow.
They make you go to counseling. Well, what good is a counselor if they never walk through your shoes? Whew. What good is it?
Wow.
My mom had 5 children by the time she was 18. 5. I am the second oldest. I only know one of my siblings, all because we lived in a home when I was like 6 or 7 for like a year, maybe, or a few months. And then I knew like I had a sister. So throughout all the different placements and all the changings, I would just beg. And then finally got reunited with her at 13. This is not a game. I feel like it's legal child trafficking to a certain extent. There are good foster parents. And there's one that I would like to shout out. There's one I would like.
Now, before you do that, Tina, I think it is important. I thank you for this. First of all, for your transparency, it is incredible. You and I talked about you coming on the show, and I said, Tina, share whatever you're comfortable sharing. I said, I am not here for to shock people. This is not some Jerry Springer show where I bring people on just to hear drama and spread people's business. Our goal is education, motivation, liberation. It's to educate people about things that they did not know, and you're already doing that. It's to motivate people to know that they can do better than what they've done in the past, and you're already doing that. And it's to liberate, as in help someone be delivered and set free. And I believe you're doing that right now, not only for others, but also for yourself as you share these stories. And Tina, I don't think you understand how deep this is to others. You're stating facts as though you witnessed them, not as though you lived them, Tina.
I live them.
To say that, and if you don't mind, and you don't have to give details, but you can say truth. We don't have to sugarcoat words here. You said that in some foster home, you were told if you wanted to eat, you had to have sex with one of the relatives of someone in the foster home. You're saying that that was a reality for you.
That was my reality. That was my reality. I had to learn how to survive differently. Wow. Just to give you guys another reality. Second grade, cafeteria lady, why are you so quiet? Let's talk, let's talk. You know, I just simply said, if it's okay, do you mind if I bust down these tables? You know, think about it. Second grade, they used to have the table. If you don't want the extra food, just set it down. Just set it down. You know, that was my only way to eat was school.
Wow.
You know, so when I would bust the tables down, I would fill my book bag up with everything I could fit. Now, let me tell you the breakdown of this. This one foster mom in particular would cook. Oh, and it would smell so good. It was 4 foster children in a room. She would open the door and throw one piece of bread, not a loaf, one piece of bread. And we would fight over that bread, you know? We would rumble, we would crumble. So in the second grade, I had to think big, like, hey, if I wipe these tables down, I could have this extra food. So when I went home, you know, I opened up my book bag and showed them, you know, they tried to scream and get excited, you know, be quiet, so we don't get caught. I said, when she throw that bread today, that's when we gonna open as many wrappers as we can. We're gonna open them and drop the food on the floor. At then, plates didn't matter. Survival did.
Wow.
And I would just hide the wrappers like in my school books, you know?
Wow, and take them back to school to disco. Tina, and I think it's important, and you've said this, there are good foster parents out there. You may be a person out there who's considering being a foster parent. Yeah. Please consider, because the lack of foster parents doesn't lead to a lack of need. The need exists. The sad part is at times there's not enough good foster parents out there, and therefore children end up in homes like this. My wife went through some things in foster care as well that was shocking to me. It was like a movie. I was like, I can't believe that was real. And you're saying these same realities. I don't think people really grasp that, you know. And Tina, I remember the first time you brought tonight to the daycare, and I worked at the daycare, and I'd see you come in and out, say hi. You were super, like, you're so well spoken. You're just so everything. Like, you just didn't seem like, I mean, I wouldn't have known. Okay, I would not have known. You were a great parent. You were anything that was needed. I mean, it was just, it was not, I mean, there's people who've been through far less who are far harder to work with and I mean, you'd think that you would have been, I don't know. It would seem like it would have been so much more difficult for you to just even function in normal society, but you were just fine and you just came across. But I'm guessing that being what people might call normal wasn't and may not always be easy. Is that true?
That's very true. By the time me and you encountered each other was after I accepted the first thing you got to do when you go through trauma is accept it. And it's okay to be human. Yeah. It's okay that I have my story. We all have a past. I'm just trying to prove breaking crayons still color. Wow. That's all I'm trying to prove is that breaking crayons still color. My story can help anybody. You didn't have to be a foster child. You could have known one. 9 times out of 10, that child that was real quiet and kind of weird in the classroom was a foster child. You know?
A lot of times we don't know.
You know, you just never know. My sophomore year, my GPA was a 0.001. I had given up on life. I joined things I maybe shouldn't have done. I began to live ways. I dealt with suicidal thoughts. My favorite game at that time was Russian roulette. And I just never understand why the damn gun didn't work.
So
You know?
so Tina, that sounds like a movie again to somebody else. You're telling us that you literally played Russian roulette with a loaded gun, try, uh, playing the probability that you might die.
I felt like, what was the point of living at this point?
Wow.
What was the point of living? I'm a child. I'm innocent. I didn't ask to be here. Then the reasons of why they supposedly took me from my mom, I'm dealing with, but to the millionth time, I mean, I've been chained up in basements, beat with newspapers, beat with the metal tent sticks, almost thrown out of 2-story windows. Like, this is all facts. And it took me one day, because I eventually went from, before anybody else hurts me, I'm just going to hurt myself. I no longer cared. So, hey, Tina, you want a cheeseburger? Go beat her up right now. Cool. I'm on the way. You know what I mean? But it was how I learned to survive. But something clicked. And I said, Tina, how about you try loving you if you feel as if the world won't?
Wow.
And when things changed.
You gotta Tina, that has to be said again. You said, how about you choose loving you if the rest of the world won't? Somebody out there needs to hear that, because somebody out there is feeling hopeless. You're watching right now live, you're watching by replay, or you know somebody who's in this situation, and you feel like, if nobody will love me, I'm not worth loving. Instead of saying first, let me learn to love myself. I don't have to depend on the rest of the world to love me. If I can love me, I can get through this. If I can get through this, we'll worry about the rest of the world later. And now, Tina, so many people love you. So many people admire you. So many people are looking at what you're doing with awe. Like, how? I don't even know how you're getting all this stuff, raising all this money, making all these moves. I saw you another day passing stuff out, going door to door, going to people's houses, giving up. What? I don't even know what all that was. What was that?
That was my back to school braid-a-thon. I do it for the community. Wow. I get all the hair products, all the weaves, A&A Beauty Supply matches any donation I bring in. Shout out to Hanati, A&A Beauty Supply. Rubber bands, beads. I make sure every little girl's nail is polished. I make sure all the little gentlemen's hair are cut. I've made a lot of barbers came out. Chris Talk of the Town actually made sure I could get the space. The mayor came and visited. It was a great turnout. For some reason, I feel like a lot of my tragedy has been blessings in my story. Yeah. What's growth without the mud? What is growth without the mud? If everything was perfect, you wouldn't appreciate the proper way. I can say, dang, I know where I came from, a 2-pound crack baby. Look at me now.
That is wow. So not only, Tina, you didn't even say that. Not only was your life filled with adversity, you were birthed into adversity. The fact that you were alive in the first place was a miracle.
Yes, when they say all my life I had to fight, that makes sense.
Wow.
All my life I had to fight. And I don't mind it. And what's crazy is I don't even regret anything I've been through. If I could, I would change nothing, because it built me into who I am. It built me the mother I am, and I love my children. And both of my children, they were planned. My oldest in particular, at that point in time, I was working 2 jobs, going to school, and it still wasn't good enough because I had nobody to, you just want people to be proud of you. Right. I needed a reason to live. I needed tangible love. I needed a tangible relation, that had longevity and value to it.
That's amazing. I mean, your daughter, I know you and Sanai, I mean, you guys are so close. It's so cool. As we were even setting up, she's right there with you, right by your side. What has that relationship meant to you? You say that what it meant then. How has that evolved over the years? How have you guys continued on? How do you even know how to be a mother? I mean, you didn't even not even have a mother. You had the opposite. You were being abused and neglected. How did you find the strength to and the wisdom to even parent your children?
Along the way, you notice things that you like and things you don't. So along the way, I just um things that I didn't feel that were a positive process in my development, I just didn't keep with me.
Yeah.
Being a parent, whether you're in foster care or not, it comes with no book. It comes with no handout. There's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days. There's going to be trial and error. I just know. I think what makes me try and be and put my all into it most is because I know I don't have forever. And some people sit like, I don't have support and this, that, and the third. And it's like, girl, if your lights get cut off, grandma coming. If I die tonight, who has my kids?
Mm.
Tonight.
Wow.
9 years ago, the doctor told me I would need a new heart in 5. And I'm still here. I'm not worried about Jordans. I don't do that. I'd rather invest in memories with my children.
Mm.
Let's take a vacation. Let's, I don't know, go hiking. Let's do different things. Also, exposure is very important. The
Yeah.
things that I didn't have as far as college tours or mentors, I make sure my daughter is exposed and in those type of environments to reap those type of benefits.
Another great call out is that a lot of times foster youth, because there's no home of origin, there's no family, one, that feeling of my back is against the wall when it comes to parenting. It's almost like a video game. When you're down to your last life, you're very careful and you're like, I don't want to lose. I worked too hard. We've come too far. You in your life realize that if something were to happen to you, sure, someone would step up. But the thought that it may be someone like those that stepped up for you, or that if it's the system, that it could be horrible.
No, I'm so sorry to cut you off, Mr. Lucas.
No, go for it.
Nobody is stepping up. I'm alive now, and I know who supports my children. Mine would go to the system.
Wow.
And that's just reality. Yes, through different homes I was placed in, I picked up a lot of family I love. Like they say, blood isn't everything. I'm the first that will let you know it's not. A lot of water has been good to me. I have a lot of long relationships with a lot of great people here in the city. And I love Canton, and I appreciate them, and I appreciate those friendships. I appreciate, being in 7th grade and probably wearing the same outfit for the same week. But, you got friends like Marseille or Corinne or Nikki, it's numerous. They didn't judge me. They didn't anything. Some friends even would take relaxers to school and relax my hair in the bathroom.
Wow.
Amazing. Some didn't. I got my first real winter coat about age 15 from my godfather. I'll never forget it. It was black on the outside, little black pale leather, and that little fake fur brown.
Oh, okay. A little faux fur.
It ran out. But we do have to discuss this raffle basket winner.
Yeah, do that. I was going to say, we got more viewers now. Let's jump to that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just got on, stay tuned. You have an opportunity to give back to help a foster youth who may be in need through Tina and her organization. I'm going to throw the Cash App up so you guys know where to send the money. She's going to tell you what you can win.
Cash App, $5.
At least.
And also in the message.
A minimum of $5. Maybe you want to give more. Go for it.
Yes, sir. In the message along, put your number 1 to 200 because I'm trying to bless 200 children. This basket is valued at $30. It's a nice picnic wicker basket. We have a little, we got dancer in the building. We have a nice wreath, a very heavy wreath. And this is so cute for the holiday. You put your little candles on there and let them shine. And it doesn't matter if you're near or far. I will ship your winnings to you. Again, make sure you Cash App all caps IYNAS.
Love that.
IYNAS. The winner
Cash
for
App is
this
on the screen,
basket.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Because whatever numbers they have, we write on paper, put it in there, shake it up.
Yes, her
No,
assistant is with her. Her
and
assistant slash
again,
daughter.
tonight, if you could please come. We are with Enos. We have been raising donations of hats, gloves, and socks for foster care youth in Stark County. The project is Enos Community Warm Up 2020. And this is what has been going on so far. Shout out to the city.
All right, slow
We
that
got
camera down so that we're getting, I think some people are getting motion sick. We got to
I'm
slow that
sorry.
down. There you go, right there. All right, slow it down.
I'm
Move a little
sorry.
slower through the stuff so you guys
We
can
even
see
got
what she's been
hygiene,
collecting. And real
hygiene
quick,
products.
if you're giving, I'm not seeing numbers popping up. I'd love for you guys, if you gave, maybe you jumped off to go give. I know the numbers dropped a little bit. Maybe you jumped off to go give. Please go ahead and give. If you got to jump off for a second to give, do that. Come back, tell us you gave, and put your guess from 1 to 200 in the comments here now so that your number and name will go in the drawing from right here live on social media, wherever you're coming at us from. Put your number in there so we can see it. And if your number is chosen, you're going to win one of these gift baskets that are worth way more than the $5 minimum that we're asking for you guys to give.
And with these Christmas kits, it will be a hat, a glove, a pair of socks, and a candy cane, a card, and some type of activity or toy. So really, for each $5, you're really making another kit possible for a kid, honestly.
That's awesome.
So your $5 donation is yourself adopting a child in foster care. This is one of our movie raffle baskets that we'll be doing in a while. Again, thank you all the viewers. Shout out to Canton, Ohio. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. It wouldn't be.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you go donate. Again, you're helping a child in need. Your $5 will create a whole, will help a whole child will be helped with this. And again, we talked earlier about kids wanting and wishing and waiting for big, expensive gifts, hundreds of dollars. And many of these kids just want the basics. They're just hoping to have something this holiday season. And really, the reality is something for many of them just to keep them warm. It's not even about the holiday season. It's about the fact that it's getting cold and some of them don't have the necessities that they need.
Yes. All right. That lucky number, I'm about to open my jar.
Lucky number, first one. Somebody's about to win live.
I already gave her the number. And for the camera, I guessed the number from 1 to 200, wrote it on a piece of paper, and then everybody cashed app whatever numbers attached. So, oops, sorry. The winner is number, where's the camera?
Uh-oh. She's trying to make us busy.
37.
37.
If you are 37, please direct message me now. And I do have the Cash App for the proof of it. So I just want your information for me to be able to mail it to you or get it to you. So please direct message me now here on Facebook. Number 37 was the winning number.
Number 37. Number 37. You are the winner. Who put in number 37? I'm going to see if I can see it here in the chat. You are the winner. If you still want to donate, though, that Cash App is still up, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to win something to give something. So make sure you guys keep giving.
Right.
You don't have to just give.
Even if you wanted to Cash App $1, that's fine. That's one hat. That's one hat. It all adds up. It all makes a difference.
And $20 is 20 hats. I'm just saying. Or $40 is 40 hats, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying.
Cash App $20, that'll give you a chance for 4 guesses.
The more
our next raffle basket is our inspiration raffle basket. This basket is valued at $20.
Are we raffling that off tonight too?
Yes, we are raffling.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got to give your money. Now we're going to wait a few minutes here. Ebony Akron, I know you just gave. Hubert Carpenter, I believe you were looking to give. You were looking for the Cash App. Please, if you donated $20, you get 4 guesses. Put your 4 numbers in. If you donated $5, put your guess in. If you donated $100, give us 20 numbers. You have 20 chances to win the basket, please.
Yes.
Hubert Carpenter just put number 75. So he's made a donation. Number 75. Your number will be entered into this next drawing. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please donate. I mean, the fact that you could win something is even better. But even if you don't, you win because you know that you help somebody in need. It is such a joy, an honor, and a pleasure to be on here finding ways to raise money to meet needs. We did this a few weeks ago. We were able to raise quite a bit of money to help someone, help people for Thanksgiving. And now is a chance for you to give back as well. I know sometimes people are thinking, well, my money is tight. But we're not. So many of us know when we really want something, we do it. And I'm telling you, the laws of reaping and sowing work. You get what you give. So I dare you to give, even if you don't think you have.
Thank you so much, Judy Williams. Thank you,
Because you
Judy
will
Williams.
get it.
For your Cash App. What was your number? Judy Williams, you didn't attach your number.
Judy Williams. Oh, in the Cash App, you wanted to put the number. I got it. Okay, hold on.
Yes.
All right, I got to give Sinai some numbers. Judy Williams, Judy Pledger Williams, tell us your number at least here in the comments. Hubert Carpenter, did you get his as well? Ebony Akron or Ebony Williams?
Let me get Hubert's. I can't.
75, I have it.
75.
Okay, Judy Pledger Williams is number 50.
Put a 50 in there. Thank you. Sinai's writing them.
All right, and Ebony Akron gave $10. 135 and 88 are her numbers.
135 and 88.
Yes, Chris Smith said she doesn't want a Cash App, but she got a big donation for you. Ain't that what you said, Chris? No, she said, I don't want a Cash App, but tell her to call me. I will donate. She said,
Alicia,
I don't want to.
Please attach your number, please.
She said she doesn't want to win. She wants to be a part of the support. So Miss Chris Smith is just trying to give you some money. So shout out to Chris Smith.
I'll be to you tomorrow.
She'll be there. She'll be there to pick up the donation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to donate, you don't have Cash App, just tell us in the comments. Tina can go back after the show and look at those comments. If anybody out there is thinking about it but can't Cash App or doesn't have Cash App, let us know. Shout out to Darshanette Zachary. Hey, Dar, you were supposed to get me in touch with Chris Smith as well. Chris Smith, I need you on Lucas Live. I don't know what's taking us so long, Miss Chris Smith, but I need you here. I don't know what happened, why we can't get connected, but it's time to have a show for you to tell the community what's going on as we head into 2021. So I look forward to having Miss Chris Smith. She will be on the show very soon. I'm sure she will. She said she would. I know she's a woman of her word. I'm excited to have her on. Can't wait. Alicia just donated.
Sure.
Alicia Smith donating. I don't think she's trying to put her number in. Some people are just donating. That's okay.
Alicia Smith, thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. Also, Canton, Ohio, there are contactless drop-off locations. The Babe Stern Community Center.
Now, what can we drop off at these locations? Do we walk into J Babe with money or do we bring supplies? Let us know what we should bring.
No. Do not drop off any cash at the donations. You are able to drop off your hygiene items or your hat, gloves, and socks there. Thank you, Mr. Lucas, for clearing that up. There are drop boxes for you to put your hat, your glove, your socks, or your hygiene products. Whether it's, you might only have $1 and you got an extra toothpaste. You may be a couponer. This is a great investment. This is a great investment. If anybody goes to the dentist this week, I need you to grab a handful of toothbrushes.
Make sure they know. Don't just be, going to jail over toothbrushes. Make sure you let them know, like, listen, I'm trying to help some people, but get some toothbrushes.
If you want, I don't mind sending you flyers and information. If you want to get your church involved, if you're willing to start your own box, for example, if a family wants to give back and share my story with their children and say, hey, out of your allowance, would you like to donate? You guys can take that as a family and go shop yourself, and you can contact me and either bring those donations. Again, A&A Beauty Supply is a drop location. Babe Stern Community Center is a drop box location. Also, Family Dollar off of Harrison is a drop box location. You can also drop something off through Wendy's drive-thru, right there off of Market. They are a drop box location.
Wow. Amazing.
Also Pete's Restaurant on Tusk.
Pete, shout out to Pete.
They have joined in the help, and they are a drop-off location as well. So
I
there's
love it.
ways to give back. You can either stop in and drop off those donations. You can call me. You can email me. You can inbox me. You can comment on this status. It will get to me some way, somehow. Again,
Amazing.
hashtag all caps IYNAS. And thanks in advance so very much. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to H and J offering me space to put my kids together. So organizations are coming together on their own and donating. For example,
Wow.
shout out to FCE, Fame City Essence Motorcycle Lady Social Club. They did their own personal donation and dropped me off a box. You know, if you want to get your church involved in, you know, whether you got, whether you don't, we even take prayers. Amen.
I love it. Amen. I love it.
We
A,
even
a
take
prayer, listen, a prayer is an investment. A prayer will pull down and pull in and bring about more than anybody can imagine. So absolutely, that is a valuable donation for some heavenly currency,
yes,
which can bless some of those kids that maybe even when they take the hat and scarf off and go into that house of abuse, that they may be delivered from that situation. So
yes.
I think it's well worth it for all of us to be praying for all of our youth across the board, especially for those in foster care, again, who may or may not be in good situations. Some are in wonderful situations, and shout out to those amazing foster parents. And some are in terrible conditions that people would believe are not possible in 2020, but it's still happening.
I want to shout out one foster parent I know personally. I did not stay with her. Anytime I'm doing something with the community, she donates and different things like that. But her name is Christina Bates. When I tell you this woman is an amazing foster parent, when she goes on family vacation, her foster children go too.
That's good.
You know, when they're going out to eat or shopping, she takes them as well. I know you guys are watching those foster commercials when they're coming in and a simple thing as a picture on the wall. You know, if you are a foster parent and may have a teen and it seems a little hard, reach out to me. Let's build that relationship. Let's communicate. I may have a different way or a different avenue or a different angle. And yes, I do provide mentorship. So maybe me mixing with them and giving them a different outlook can help. Churches, if you would like me to come in, the children doesn't even have to be in foster care. If it's any troubled youth, bring them to me. Also, if there are any high schoolers looking to earn high school credit hours, you can come and help put these kids together.
That's
and awesome. I will give you high school credit hours for that. So we're giving it back all the way around. All the way around.
I love it. Incredible. Tina, this has been amazing. We have to do another drawing here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not put your numbers in, your names in, make sure you do that. We want to do another drawing. We don't have a ton of time.
IYNAS. We're going to shake up the numbers that we have thus far. Sanai, shake your numbers. Drum roll.
Show Sanai. Let's not have my girl all behind the scenes. Where's she at? Show my girl.
Show her hair a little.
Oh, Sanai. Oh, she's so lovely. I love Sanai. Hi, sweetie.
And by the way, Enos came from her. She saved me. Enos, all caps, IYNAS. If you flip it, it's her name. SANYI.
Amazing, amazing. And what does Enos stand for one more time for people who may have missed it?
Inspiring youth, not afraid of success. Meaning sometimes you want to be successful, you want a chance, but you don't have the right exposure or opportunities or resources. As long as you are committed to trying to be the best you can, I want to be able to help you and get you those resources.
I love
Mentorship, resource, and advocacy. Yes.
Love it, love it.
All proceeds, 100% of proceeds go to this Enos Community Warm Up 2020. Every dollar, every. If you don't believe me, scroll on my Facebook page, Tina Stevens. Scroll. I'm posting receipts and everything.
All right, it's there. She's showing you guys. She's serious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody else is giving for this one, it's time to draw.
We have 4 numbers for the second basket. Has anybody else put anything in?
Anybody else? Just
Any
make
more
sure.
Numbers on the live?
No more numbers in the stream now. But if anybody else wants to give.
Please attach your number to the ENOS in the comment area. Cash App, all caps, IYNAS.
Yes.
The lucky number 75.
Oh, 75. Who was that? Was somebody in the comments here? Hubert Carpenter. Pastor Hubert Carpenter. Shout out to Hubert Carpenter.
Put Hubert Carpenter on the back there, please. Thank you, Mr. Hubert Carpenter. I am writing your name down. If you would like to direct message me and in my inbox here on Facebook, please feel free to do so. So that way we can figure out whether you leave me your number, how we're going to get your basket to you. Thank you very, 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 very much.
That is awesome.
I will take the time now to, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me a question.
There was a question earlier. I'm going to put this Cash App back up there. There was a question earlier about you working with the YWCA. Have you had any interaction with the partnership within the Canton YWCA? This is from Gloria Pope. She does a lot of work with them. So she's curious. And if you haven't, maybe she's somebody who can help get you connected.
No, I have not. And if you can, please direct message me here. I have not, but I appreciate you and your movement and everything you guys do there as well.
Awesome.
I do. I have another question. If you know of a foster child, can I get a heart on the timeline? Do you know of a foster parent? Do you know of a foster child? Are you a foster child yourself? Can I get a heart?
Now, put a heart. Don't just hit the hearts. Put a heart in the comments so we know it's you.
Put a heart if you got love for the forgotten population. Put a heart.
Yes, if you know somebody out there who is a foster youth, or you were, or you're a foster parent, or you may know a foster parent, please put a heart in the comments.
Put a heart.
Corinne put a heart. Sarah Ray is a foster parent. She put a heart.
Sarah Ray.
China put a heart.
Thank you, China.
Dar put a heart.
Thank you, Dar.
Alicia.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you all so much.
Yes.
Thank you all so much. Again, if anybody has any questions, drop it right there. I don't mind asking whether you want to become a foster parent and you don't know how, whether you are and you may want to know, is there any other resources, whether it be camps or art classes or anything like that. If you have any questions, I don't mind answering any questions. I don't mind. Some may wonder, have I ever came across any of a previous foster parent that
That's a good question. You're asking the good. You can interview yourself. I like that. Have you ever come across any of those previous foster parents that were bad homes, or you went through some of that? Has that happened?
Yes. Thank you, Lucas Tendo, for your donation.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm over here hiding, donating, trying not to be seen on camera.
Yes, I have. I'll never forget it. I was at the thrift store. I love thrift store shopping. You know. And you know, she comes up to me, oh, hey, Tina, baby, how you been? And I just paused for a minute. In that minute, imagine staying with somebody 3-4 months and you've gone through hell.
Wow.
And you see them come to you with a Cool Whip attitude, real fluffy and light, like things were bubbly. You know, no, ma'am. I did say hello to her, but I also let her know I survived. Yes. I also let her know she tried to destroy me and it didn't stop me. Right. This lady in particular, this was the only Christmas present I got. I'm not going to lie. It was a baby doll. My caseworker came, did her visit, gave me the baby doll. Now, I knew if I didn't open that present before my caseworker left, I wouldn't be able to have it.
Wow. So I opened it right gave it away. Wow.
I opened it right there. So the young lady that I shared the room with happened to be the biological child of this particular family. So, of course, she had to wait until Christmas morning.
Right.
We go upstairs. We share a room. I'm playing with my baby doll. We fought to the end of it. Wow. We fell down 15 stairs. I fought for that first present, even though she had a room full of gifts. But she just had to wait a few more days. That foster parent had a sister. All because I fought her daughter. She was a foster mom of 10 foster children. She came over and she said, who wants a piece of gum? Whichever one hits her first will get a piece of bubble gum. That was the first time I was jumped at the age of 7.
Wow. Over a baby doll because
And
you got a
kids
gift.
never had gum. That was the first time I was jumped at the age of 7, all because it was supposed to be my gift. So no, I'm not doing major toys or anything because I know what it's like to live in those homes and that gift can be taken. So a lot of the toys, they can fit in their pocket. They can fit on, on their dresser. They can stay with them. Imagine being at school and they just say, come to the office, and you're not even returning there anymore. So whatever memories or pictures you had, you don't get those back. Wow. They're just there. And for me to have 4 other siblings, what type of system doesn't try and keep up with names?
That is
so we're just out here.
Incredibly sad. And again, these stories too often go untold. I'm so glad you've been brave enough to share these stories. While we know, again, there's good foster parents, there's also biological parents who are doing some horrible things to their kids. And a lot of times these kids are coming in, they're going to school, they're trying to act normal. Tina, I remember just briefly, you and I were outside of the daycare and we were working on your car. I'm no mechanic, but if I see somebody in need, I was there. I think I was giving you a jump. That's like my specialty. I can change a tire, I can jump a battery. So we were out there and I never knew your story. I didn't know anything. And you were telling me, I know your wife and, whatever, went to McKinley, whatever. I was like, okay, yeah. And you said a lot of people don't know, though, that when I went to McKinley, they didn't know what I was going through. They didn't know that there were nights when I had run away because of abuse and slept outside somewhere.
They had no idea. There are a few followers watching right now, and I know for a fact they had no idea I was in the system. Wow. Back in the day, and they had phone booths. They became my favorite bed. Wow. Little phone booths. Remember back in the day, Canton had the phone booths, benches, right? Well, yeah. That was me. That's where I was comfortable. I knew nobody's coming in the room. I knew nobody's going to bother me, and I could sleep.
Wow.
I didn't really care to catch the bus, and hear of everybody else's amazing night when I had a night of hell. I used that time to walk to school just to clear my mind. I pretty much lived by Walthers, and I would walk to McKinley High School. I would walk to Lehman. I just never really wanted to catch the bus. I was able to digress. Now
you're talking about catching the school bus. You're not talking about catching the SARTA. You're saying you didn't want to get on the regular yellow school bus, with other kids.
The school bus, yes. And there are some that can attest to that. There are plenty. There are plenty. Wow. The bus driver would even say, come on, get on here. No, don't worry about it. You just never know the rough night I had, and I needed that time to rest. I knew that it wasn't okay to lash out on kids, my fellow peers, just being kids like, hey, Tina, what's up? But, just depending on the rough night, I wasn't in the mood for what's up, and I needed to digress, Yeah. I needed to have that woosah time to me. Again, if you want to.
I never forgot that. I just want to say I never forgot that story. I just couldn't imagine. I was just like, I didn't know. Like I said, you came in, I would see you. You were a great mom. You were dedicated. You'd help with anything. And then we were just out there and I'm just helping you out. And you're kind of reflecting. It was a difficult moment. I think you had somewhere to go. We're trying to get the car going. And you're like, just reflecting on the fact that you had been through a lot worse. And when you started sharing, I was just like, people are out here about to lose their mind if their battery dies or something goes wrong. They think the world is coming to an end. And your perspective was, this is nothing. Like, I've been through way worse. And you started sharing, and I had never heard such things. I was like, what do you mean you were sleeping outside before going to school? Then you go to school and get in trouble for falling asleep in class or something, or for being angry or frustrated, and the teachers didn't understand. That's a reality that people are going through. Now, before we end, I just want to know about you as a mother. Sanaya is how old now? 16, 17?
She is 16. She just turned 16 November 5th.
Sanaya is now 16 years old.
Yes.
You seem like a very transparent person. What is it like talking to your daughter about what do you share? Do you share? What does she know? What is that process like for you? To the parent out there who's been through some level of trauma, looking at ways of explaining to their child without, you don't want to traumatize your child, but you want them to know a reality that maybe you've gone. I don't know. What is your philosophy on that? What have you done? How have you handled those conversations, and what have you shared with her?
I believe in honesty first and foremost. And then children deserve truth, but at a level of their understanding.
Great.
You know
point.
what I mean?
I love that.
For example, there are good strangers and bad strangers. They need to know that, no matter how much prayer or where your family stands, there are some people that are dangerous. Yeah. And that's whether you're in the system or not. So, my first time really breaking things down to Sanai about my past, I'll never forget it. She was like around 3 years old. She goes, Mom, well, when you're in daycare and you're getting ready for Christmas, the holidays and whatnot, and everybody's talking about, their family tree and this, that, and the third. Well, Mom, how come we never see, a grandma or aunts or uncles? I never really took the time to say, hey, with having this child, you will have to deal with your past traumas and how they will affect her due to lack of support and family.
Wow.
So even though I had her so I wouldn't be alone, in a sense, it just made two people alone.
Wow.
And she deserved to know that. So what Enos is about is for people like me, and maybe even some not like me. We may not have a lot of blood, but I have family all around the world.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to create a family and foundation for my children to have. For example, the HBCU football game that comes. I'm making sure I'm exposing my daughter. She has a AKA sponsor sister already.
That's awesome.
Sometimes what you don't have, even if you have family, what you may want your child to have, you have to present them and put them in that position to have it.
Right. Love it.
You know what I mean? For example, there's not a lot of male figures in my family. Well, her mentor is Skylar Parks.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? She spoke with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You to put her in those positions. She worked with an amazing engineer, David Bates. You have to put them in those positions so they can know how to communicate, so they can know how to do critical thinking and decision making.
Absolutely. Tina, this has been incredible. One, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing your time. Thank you for sharing your gifts. To be someone who's been through what you've gone through and to be who you are today is an incredible testimony to what God has done in your life. So many people who have come from where you've come from don't live to tell these stories. That game of Russian roulette worked. They're lost somewhere in sex trafficking. They're suicidal. They're mentally disabled. They're in so many bad, strung out on drugs. And thank God you're here. Thank God you're here with your children. Thank God you're here to serve other children in the community. You're doing it from a place that most people can't even understand. I can give to foster youth. I've taught foster youth. I've done classes with independent living classes for many years with foster youth along with my wife. But I don't understand. I've never been there. I can't say I get it. I don't understand how people could treat children the way you were treated. But I do understand how someone like you can make it. And it's only by the grace of God. So thank you so much for your time, your testimony, your talent, and everybody out there. Thank you guys so much for giving your treasure
for watching
to
Broken
something so important.
Color.
Absolutely. Broken crayon, still color. Tina, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, one time before we go, let me throw that Cash App up there. It's up there. If you're watching this by replay, or you're watching this live, if you're watching this a year from now, donate some money. I'm sure she's raising some money for something to help some more youth out. Please be generous and help somebody in need. Tina, again, thank you so much. Everybody, look at all those wonderful donations. Look at what people have done. Thank you, City of Canton. Thank you, Las Vegas. Thank you, Cleveland, Akron, Columbus, New Orleans, Atlanta, wherever you gave from.
Louisville, wherever you gave. I want to thank you personally.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another wonderful episode of Lucas Live. It has been my pleasure once again being your host, bringing you this great episode. Again, shout out to our sponsor, Restream. If you want to know more information about Restream because you want to go live to 30 plus platforms all at the same time, let me know. I'm here to help. I'll put the information in the comments. Sinai, Tina, everybody out there, everybody have a good night. Everybody take care.
Continue blessing.